Hi, this is Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the Curious Case of Crafty Haul Crepe on June collaboration 2024. This is a collaboration with Tracie Fox. Really excited to be part of the collaboration, and this is a calendar of each of the days. There will be a different video for each of the days of June, and if you click on the link, which will be in the description box below, it'll take you to the calendar, and all you need to do is you need to just click on one of the days. It will either take you to the collaborators' YouTube site, or if they've already completed and uploaded their video, it will take you to their video for the collaboration. Please support everybody. It's amazing to see such talent being shared across the community. So if you can, really do encourage you to come alongside the collaboration, subscribe to the YouTube channels, watch the videos. Everybody loves a comment, so that would be fabulous. So I am going to get started. For my piece in the collaboration, Tracie gave a kit that gave us what we needed for the collaboration, and each day there's a specific kit. This was my kit here, or for my day, and there was different elements to the kit and a little kind of like piece of the story. And then we can kind of interpret it as we want. So I am going to play with some of these pieces that I have here. I've got a couple of things already picked out to use, and I have kept these out already because I didn't want you to hang around while I was doing all the fussy cutting. But I've got a couple of bits and pieces here, and I'm going to have a little play with putting together two parts to the project, I suppose. One is going to be working with the file folders, one is going to be working with the tag. So to prep for that, and one of the things that I'm going to need to do quickly is I just want to do a little bit of embossing on some of these elements, just so that they stand out a little bit. This is my embossing box. I was hoping I had a blue. I have got a broken china. That might be perfect, actually. So I want to do a little bit of embossing. I'm going to use this just because I don't want to get everything all over my workstation. So let me pop those there. I'm not going to keep you watching the whole time that I'm embossing, because it's going to be ultra boring for you. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use these. They look like butterflies, but I think they're moths. But I'm going to use these for this part of the project. So I'm just quickly going to emboss them. I'm doing them while I'm on here, because I tend to have the embossing powder gets everywhere. So I've put them on the, left them on the card, because when you're embossing smaller bits, it can sometimes get a little bit fiddly. So I'm gonna see how this goes. And I also want to emboss the frame that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use this big and again, I'm not overly worried if this doesn't go all over it, because it's like the grunge look. And this time I'm going to use frosted crystals. The blue I used earlier was broken china, the distress glaze, which is really translucent. That's why I like it. And this is our frosted crystals. And I don't, the camera's not going to pick this up particularly well, but it just gives like a crystal frosted texture and a slight kind of shimmer to that look, which is what I love with that. And then these ones here, you can just see they've got that translucent gloss to them. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to just ink around all of my pieces that I'm going to be using. Okay, so I have now inked around all of the elements that I want to use. I've got 2 of the file folders and I printed these back to back with another page from the kit. I'm just going to fold, I can't remember how I decided I wanted these. I'm going to fold these over. Yeah, it looks as though that's the fold line there. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab my scoreboard. You don't have to, but I'm going to just because I want to try and get a clean line on this. So they're my 2 file folders. I'm going to want to stitch around them, but before I stitch around them, I do want to glue these little folders in place as pockets, because I'm going to stitch around the whole thing. So I'm going to stitch these in place at the same time. So I'm going to pop these on first. And I don't know whether I want them, I think possibly on this side, because there's a little bit more playing room. Yeah, so I'm going to put some glue on these, like that. Pop that there. Excuse me. And I'm going to put some glue on this one here. Not too much, as I said. The stitch line, in fairness, might not go over it because they are smaller than I'd originally anticipated. I'm just going to pop these on top of each other, like that, to give me a double pocket. So we've got 2 there, and I do have one of the little ephemera pieces that I'm just going to pop on that. I'm going to do exactly the same, almost exactly the same. Okay, so this one then I'm going to pop on here. And again, this one on top. So that will give us our 2 pockets. So I am just now going to quickly stitch around these file folders before I do anything else. I'm also going to stitch around my tag base. Now this was just one of the tags, and I just cut off the corner pieces and rounded all the bits, all the corners on that. So I'm just going to stitch these and I will be back with you. Okay, so I've stitched around the edges. I'm going to leave some of this scraggly bits, not too much, but some of it, just because I like that look. I'm just going to cut off some of the longer end bits there. So we've got 2 file folders, and they are both pockets, inside pockets. So we've got a pocket here and a pocket here on both of these. What I'm going to do with these, one of them is going to be on the front and one of them is going to be on the back, and I'm going to be attaching these together to give me either a tuck spot there or a pocket. I haven't decided yet, but we'll come to that shortly. At the moment, I just want to have a go at decorating this front section. So I have got a picture of a couple. We're going to use my crystal leads, crystallized thingamybobby, and I'm just going to run a bead of glue along the end here, and I'm going to attach the picture. Look and make sure we're happy with that, which is there. Okay, I'm going to be attaching this blue base of the tag to the front of my file folder, just to give it a little bit of, make it pop out a little bit. I'm going to do that way. So I'll attach that quickly. And literally it just makes what you're going to put on there kind of pop out. It adds a little bit of, I don't know whether I'd say it adds a bit of contrast perhaps. Like that. And then I'm going to start building my image on here. So I have got a couple of from the story, and I want to use a little bit of vintage lace with this. And I want to pop that behind there, I think. I don't want it, really loads of it showing, but I want it to be enough that you can see it. Like that. With just enough showing off. And then I'm going to glue my frame down. The elements in the kit are absolutely brilliant. As I said, I'm not into spooky, but I do love a good thriller and a lot of suspense. And the story was so clever. And I've really enjoyed kind of preparing for this. And yeah, absolutely fabulous. Okay. And then I've just chosen a couple of other little elements that I wanted to include. You could emboss, glaze these if you wanted to. I did think about putting them on like a bit of a base so that they stuck out a little bit, but because I want to use this for a journal, I don't want it to be too thick, and there's a risk of that if I don't know when to stop. So I've got a little pile of books, a little pile of papers there, which I'm going to pop my lamp onto. And then I've got these cute little butterflies that I am going to pop on frames. Yeah, I think I quite like that. So I'm going to have one here. They're not butterflies, they're moths. I keep saying butterflies, but I'm hoping you're with me. Like that. So that is our front of the file folder. So we've got a couple of layers on, a little bit of fabric, some crystallized embossing there, some transparent embossing on there. I was going to put some like bits of gold wax along it, but I haven't quite decided whether that is something I want to do at this point. But that is the first file folder. We've done a double pocket on the inside, so one here and one here, and I want to create a little writing spot on this side here. And again, with the kit came a little, okay, lots of little options came with the kit. But this might be perfect. Be a little bit small possibly, but it's just a little writing spot I want. Nothing too dramatic on this one. Like that. Just ink around that. And I'm going to pop that over here just as a small writing spot. And that's our first file folder done. I've got the second file folder here, doing exactly the same principle on the inside. So we've got two pockets here. What I was going to do on this one was do a notebook. But again, I think the problem I'm going to have is getting this to fit comfortably within a journal. So I don't want it to be too bulky. And so again, I think I might just do another little writing spot on there. And then I think I'm going to use a few of the elements that I've got just hanging around, because otherwise they'll go to waste. So I'm going to use some of these. Just to add a little bit of decoration or embellishing. I think I'll pop that one there. And that one there. Like that. Okay, so I've got our two file folders, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue them, but I'm going to glue them down this left hand side here and across the bottom so that we end up with a tuck spot. I think I'm going to use fabric tack for this just because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room, and I know that I'm likely to mess up. So just just a bit down the left, across the bottom, and then I'm just going to wiggle it until it is in place. Okay, so we'll end up with a little folder here where we can, little writing spot here and some pockets here. Then we will have which I'm not going to pull it too hard at the moment because it hasn't set, like a bit of a tack pocket. And then we'll have another writing spot and another set of pockets there. If you want to, you can embellish the back as well, but I'm quite happy to leave that bit as is there. And I'm going to, got lots of things all over the place here, sorry. And again, this one I have backed onto some backing sheets, and all of these are in the kit. There really is so many to choose from. Two tags. And what I'm going to do with these, again, is I am going to stitch around. I'm going to stitch around this bit here and this bit here first, and then I am going to attach the tags together by stitching around the top, the bottom, and on this left side. So that will give us a pocket here. So bear with me, I will be back. Okay, so I have stitched around 3 sides and I've given myself a little pocket here. Got loads of these. I might cut these bits off here and leave the bottom ones. I did mean to have both of these pieces showing, but I stitched the wrong side, so I've only got the one at the moment, but that is okay. And all I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to quickly do exactly the same as I did for the front piece. I'm not, the only difference being I'm not going to emboss the pieces, I'm just going to use them as they are. But there's my tag. So my tag in my file folder. And then for the next bit, we are going to go a little bit smaller. And I think I printed this at 70%. And I also need, I don't know if I've got any left. That should work. Should work. Not sure if it will work, but it should work. Okay. So we've got a grungy whale-tail tab. We've got our story element, and mine is day 6, so it says considerable renovations were required, particularly one part of the house. I've loved the story. If you haven't read all the story yet, you seriously must. You seriously must. So I'm going to pop that one on here, like that. And then I am going to pop on my piece of the story, like that. This tag is going to hopefully pop in there. I am going to grab an eyelet for this one, and I am going to create a piece here. I had to buy myself a new crocodile because it was the old one just kept breaking. Bear with me. Okay. So, a cute little spider charm I made, was able to get my hands on. I wanted the bronzy, brassy ones, but they actually look quite nice. So I also wanted to pop one of those on here. Okay, so that is it. That is the end of my make. There is a double file folder, which is like almost like a little bit of a folio type thing with a kind of almost hidden pocket on the inside of that. We've got our front piece, which is embellished and decorated. The back piece we've left plain. On the inside, we have got a double pocket and a nice little write-in spot there. Cute little spider charm here. And on this second insert, we've got exactly the same configuration. Double pocket here and a write-in spot there. So that is the file folder. Then we have got a tag with a hidden pocket. So again, we've got a cute little charm on there, and we have got a hidden pocket in here, and that's where our third tag comes in. Again, I've just added a cute little spider on that one. I wasn't sure I was going to like these spiders, but they are super cute. I'll have to turn that one around. Super, super cute. So that one there is just a mini tag with part of the story on, and I pop that in there like so. That is it. Hope you really enjoyed it. I have thoroughly enjoyed taking part, so a huge thank you to Tracie for allowing me to be part of this collaboration. It's been fabulous. The kit is superb. So many different options, so many different variables within the kit, but the story was super clever, and it had me hooked from the very beginning. So like I said, a huge thank you and a well done to Tracie for putting together such a fabulous collaboration. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to check out the other collaborators. All of the information is in the description box. You've got a calendar that will link you to each day's videos. Check them out. They are going to be absolutely superb. That's all from me, so I'll leave it there and just say, as always, stay safe, be well, and I will catch you in the next video. Until then, bye for now.